If there's one thing that narcissists try to do to every one of their romantic targets, is they try to train the target to not know how to live without the narcissist. So the narcissist will try to create dependencies of the target on them across so many different levels. It starts off with them trying to get that emotional dependency on them, where the target depends on the narcissist for things like validation, for things like positive attention, positive reinforcement, um, just a sense of upliftment. All these traits, or rather, all these things that the target would see as positive, and most likely they've been missing out on for a long time in their life. The narcissist would show that quite intensely at the beginning. And what they're doing on that front is they're creating this emotional dependency of the target on them. And, you know, emotional dependency is a huge thing. If you're with a narcissist and the narcissist gives you certain type of emotional validation and upliftment, positive reinforcement that you don't really think you can get elsewhere, then that's a very powerful connection that's being drawn between you and the narcissist. Other types of dependencies that they work hard to create are so over the course of days, weeks, months, sometimes even years, narcissists will also try to push you away, to push the target away from the target support group of people, their friends and family, people who they're close to and trust, people who care about them and who give them good advice and who, form part of their support group. Narcissists don't like when their target have other people who they truly trust, who they go to for support, for sincere conversations, for just enjoyment. Even they don't like when the target enjoys spending time with other people. They don't like when the target has a support system of people. So the narcissist, what they'll do is they'll, slowly try to erode that support group. You know, they may say certain things here and there about certain of the family members to kind of taint the family members in the target's eyes. They might say things like, "Oh, I don't think your father likes me," or "I don't think your sister cares too much for me," and they'll throw in a few kind of passive aggressive remarks and things like that. Gradually push the target away from the family. Or, if the target has a friend, the narcissist might say something along the lines of, "This person doesn't give me a good vibe. I don't think you should trust them." But the narcissist plays in such a careful way where they manage to get into the target's mind, causing the target to believe that the narcissist has their best interest in mind. And the target ends up slowly, gradually drifting apart from those people who were previously their good friends and family. And what the narcissist is doing here is they're trying to create that, they're trying to create an even further, an even stronger emotional dependency of the target on the narcissist, because the target won't have so many other people out there on who they can rely on. But also it's a stronger interpersonal relationship, generally speaking, because the target finds themselves depending only on the narcissist, for all kinds of things, advice, company, somebody to socialize with, together with all the emotional kind of backing that kind of underpins that. So, and on top of all that, I mean, obviously, if the narcissist has money and they have a good job, they do lie, even though they don't splurge and spend a lot of money on the target, they do like when the target depends on them financially. If the narcissist even has means to do that, because oftentimes narcissists don't have jobs, they can't hold a job sometimes. But if they do have financial means, they do like to create that financial independency, with more of the tangibles. If they had a house, for example, they'd want the target to live there with them. Um, provided that they're willing to accept that doormat kind of role. So, yeah, so the kind of financial and more tangible dependency as well, the narcissist tries to instill that and create that in the target. And, in addition to all that, the narcissist really trains the target to not know how to let the narcissist go. The narcissist trains the target, plays every card in their hand to get the target to just really need the narcissist in their lives, creating so many dependencies. Um, they try to get the target to believe that without the narcissist, the target is nothing. But the narcissist wants the target to think that the narcissist wants the target to think that the narcissist is clearly the better of the two in the relationship, and that no one else would ever care for the target as much as the narcissist does, and that the target is very lucky to have the narcissist. That's what they want the target to believe. So they, it's all about the narcissist creating these dependencies of the target on them on different levels. And it's so much about training the target's mind, kind of reinventing the target's way of thinking. So the target feels that they can't make it on their own, that they could never leave the narcissist, that they could never do as good as the narcissist. So that's what the narcissist does. And then the target feels trapped. They feel stuck. Even when they start to see through the narcissist, they find it very difficult to leave.